How's it going, everybody? So today we're going to look at some major inconsistencies concerning satellites and why we should be skeptical that these things even exist, okay? First, in order for your satellite television work, this satellite has to be perfectly mirroring the rotation of the Earth. And how high up and at what speed do they need to be for this to work? Well, they need to be 22,000 miles in the air. Not 22 miles, 22,000 miles in the air, moving at 7,000 miles an hour. Um, okay, I guess that's reasonable. Um, but as Felix Baumgartner demonstrated, and as every high altitude weather balloon test has demonstrated, and even admitted online that the admitted online is that the primary source of data exchange above our heads comes from weather balloons. Okay, it doesn't come from satellites. Okay, but what I'm pointing out here is Felix Baumgartner and high altitude weather balloons are still relative to the moving ground, right? Um, at 120,000 feet in the air. I would imagine there are a lot of variables at sending a satellite 22,000 miles into outer space and getting it moving at 7,000 miles an hour. And if one of those variables just so happens to be off even a little bit in any direction, then in just a couple hours, your satellite television is not going to get a signal. What's more economically practical? Sending a satellite up 22,000 miles into outer space or sending a weather balloon up every 6 to 700 miles? Yeah, I think the average Joe can afford to send a high altitude weather balloon up. It is true that helium molecules are so small that they can seep through latex or whatever the heck balloons are made out of, but this is why the weather balloons that are used for the exchange of data above our heads are not made out of the regular material that regular balloons are. You can actually find videos on YouTube of crashed satellites in Aborigine jungles and places like that with weather balloons attached to them. So, is it economically practical to spend millions of dollars launching a satellite into orbit and getting it going at just the right speed, and if anything should go wrong, you just wasted millions of dollars? Or is it more economically practical to just send a weather balloon up every 5 to 700 miles? Yeah, that's a little more economically practical, and your results are way more definitely sure going to work when you do it that way. It's a better type of technology than a satellite. So, when is the last time a satellite has crashed to the Earth? It's been 21 years since something like that has happened. And even then, none of it was actually, it was all burned up in the atmosphere. We never actually saw anything hit the ground. So, the fact that you can find videos on YouTube of satellites with weather balloons attached to them says a lot. It says a lot, and the fact that you can actually verify that the major transmission of data above our heads comes from weather balloons, dude. That's okay. Okay. So, what is the slam dunk on satellites? Okay. Well, on really dark nights, you can see what they say are satellites moving across the night sky. Right? Well, how high up is the minimum height for a satellite? That's 100 miles, okay? And how big is the satellite? It's about the size of a school bus. What I'm pointing out here is, can you see a school bus from 5 miles up looking down? No, you can't. As a matter of fact, as you're in an airplane ascending, you could watch as all the cars and school buses vanish to nothing as the distance between you guys grows so great. But yet, they want you to think that you could see a satellite 20 times further away. No. That doesn't make sense. That's not reasonable. That's not logical. That's stupid. So, if this hasn't raised some questions in your mind about satellites, then I don't know what to tell you, okay? But, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to see that there are some major inconsistencies here, okay? Anyways, If you guys like this video, like and subscribe, leave a comment. See you guys next time. Bye.